Hey there guys, and welcome to another Factorio Mod Spotlight. I'm Exterminator, and thank you for joining me today. And in this one, we are going over the Production Statistics Monitor HUD. This mod is actually pretty old. This is a 3-year-old mod. I may have gone over this previously, but it's obviously been updated to 1.0. Quite a few updates. It's very popular, 25k downloads over its lifetime. And it's really cool. So you can probably already tell what it does. What this lets you do is kind of pin production rates for specific things you want up to on your actual screen rather than constantly hitting P and then filtering. If you just want like specific things kind of always monitoring their production, you can have them up here. So you'll see obviously my oil and my petroleum have numbers. The rest don't because I'm not actually doing any science at the moment. So there's quite a few options with this. First, let's look at the basic controls, and this will tell you all of them. So you just mouse over this, right-clicking this button will show or hide everything. So if you just want to kind of minimize it, just do that. Or left-click it. You can add different fluids to it and such. So we'll just do that to get rid of it. If we right-click this again, it'll bring this back up. So then you left-click this cursor to open a fluid selection window, left-click this button again to close it, which is what I just went over. Click this button with an item in the cursor to add the item, so that's how you add items, which I'll show you in a minute, or write an item by dropping it on an existing item. So you would take an item with a cursor and drop it on an existing one if you want to override it. Once added, left-click an item to move up, or right-click to move down if you want to sort their orders. So I can right-click to move the red science down some. Doing this will just keep switching their places. I can move it back up by left-clicking on it, and there we go. So middle click or left and right click plus the shift key is a modifier to remove things. So if you don't have a middle mouse button, you basically like left click or right click with your shift key by default. But if you have a middle mouse button, that's what I do. That's how you remove things. So let's just get rid of the sciences, for example, and middle click these because we're not doing science. Get rid of those. Liquids and items are separate lists and cannot sort overwrite each other. And then we have quite a few menu options. So we go into our mod settings. We have this one here, which is update rate in seconds. 10 to 30 will be like having a 3 to 5 minute chart of the production tab. 60 to 3600 line up with 10-minute to 10-hour chart. I'll just set this to 10 so we can have the most accurate current. And then there's a bunch in here. So this is a modifier key, like I said, shift by default. You can change this or put it to none. Large icon and font, which I selected. If you get rid of this, it will take a minute to update, I noticed. So if you change this option, nothing happens. It will take probably like 30 seconds or so to update. And it's much smaller. I like the big one because it's just easier to see. Show production rate, show consumption rate, show production minus consumption, show produce / consumed ratio. So the display number is X units produced per 1 unit consumed. Precision / decimal places is ratio column always shows at least 1 decimal place, but others will gain / lose display accuracy with this setting. Just leave it default. Attach the top. You can set that if you want. It's already up there. Items before wrapping use higher number when attached to top. And then these are the default items it comes with, which you can see kind of how they're named here if you want to change this for your default, like automation science pack, logistics dash science dash pack, etc. Or you can just delete them and then add them as you like, and the default fluids. So there we go. There's that. Now let's add some stuff. So let's say, so we look, the main things we're producing right now are like some circuits and some iron and copper. Iron and copper would be a good one, circuits would be a good one. So we're going to take some iron, I'm going to put it in our cursor, and we're going to left click that and it adds it. Now it will take a minute to update again due to the interval, but let's add, there we go, just update it. Let's add some copper, let's add some circuits, let's add some more circuits, let's add some red circuits, and we're gonna kill these bugs while this updates. And maybe we want red circuits arranged before blue circuits, so we're gonna left click this red circuit to just move it up one. So this is a produce consumed ratio. As you can see, we're not doing so good here. This is the sum of production minus consumption. So negative is read as indicating more consumption than production. We're having a few issues there. This is consumed per minute. Green is increasing, red is decreasing, white is no change. Same with this one, but this is produced. And there you go. It kind of just keeps track of it. It's not absolute 100% like real time, but it's pretty good. And it's really nice and rather than constantly opening your production window. Obviously, you can do that too, but you can keep this pinned here. Now, quickly to show you if I wanted to replace something. So let's say I want to look at plastic. We don't actually have plastic at the moment, but we can grab some here to just demonstrate this. So we take plastic, and if we want to replace this, so let's say instead of crude oil, we want plastic. Okay, this says once overwrite 9 by dropping it on exist. So this is what I'm doing. This seems to not actually work. So that's might not actually work, but you can easily just delete it. This is kind of what I like doing. Just delete the ones you don't want and then add it. Seems a little bit easier anyway. So there we go. Maybe it doesn't work on fluids. That's actually probably the reasoning behind that. So if I like delete this one, it may just not work with fluids. Yeah, so it just doesn't work from solids to fluids. But it does work from solids to solids, and then fluid, you can just open the fluid menu here. So if we want to add like light oil, it'll add it. And there we go. So I think it's just a cool little quality of life mod. Keep track of your production if you want. Some other cool statistics it's giving you here. So we're actually now in the green here, which is pretty nice. And then the ratio, you know, so over 1, you produce more than you consume. Less than 1, you consume more than you produce. As you can see, we're doing pretty good on iron copper for the moment. This reservoir is not so good. So on and so forth. So there you go, guys. That's the mod. I think it's pretty cool. It doesn't require any research or anything to my knowledge. I looked, but just double check. There's nothing in here. It's just a quality of life GUI here. Showed you these settings, and easily collapsible by right-clicking it, which is pretty nice. You can change your hotkeys as well. And there you go. Link in the description to the mod portal page. You can check this out if you would like. I think it's a pretty cool, handy-dandy little monitoring quality of life production thing there. And if you have any questions or further thoughts, leave them below in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer and reply. If you did enjoy the video, a like is much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel and content, feel free to subscribe to keep up with all the new stuff I'm putting out for Factorio 1.0 here and other games. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.